He had a few very quick frames. This one's been going now for, well, be coming up to just under 14 minutes, as you can see. This very important final frame of this session. Oh, tell you what, Ronnie mishit that altogether. And he got through a gap there that,
yeah,
when he hit it too thin, he thought he was going to career into the reds. Just have a look at this. Oh, Mark Selby, that's what he knew, he'd mishit that one, but well, this is a key shot coming up. You can expect this in this last frame because it's so important, certainly from Mark's point of view.
Played the plant and was just able to get the cue ball back to the balk end. The second red went to the left-hand side, so he caught the first red a little bit fuller than he intended, but the yellow has stopped the easy return back to balk. That would have been the red on the left-hand side of the table. So he's going to catch this right, doesn't want to be hitting the blue. Red went towards the right corner, but it's gone to the cushion. That won't tempt Ronnie. The only thing is with this red that's just to the right of the black, which looks the obvious red to play safe off, there is a chance, you've got to be careful, that the red, if it hits the cushion, might bring the black in back into the middle of the table, and you could get the double kiss. Managed to avoid the black. He's not got a very good pace with the cue ball. There's the red over the corner. Is he going to run that cue ball? It has. It has. And I just had a quick glance over to Mark before he got out of his seat. And he just sort of had the feeling that cue ball was going to run on and he wasn't going to be able to get to this red over the corner. It's such a frustrating game sometimes.
Yeah, you might have to give this a little bit of thought. He was looking away, he said, I think it may have covered it, and he had a funny feeling as he came to the table. It had. You can get past the pink to get back down the table off the red that's just to the left of the black spot, but how does he hide? If he hides the cue ball over where the tip of the cue is, he'd have to be more or less tight on the cushion and near the pocket. So he may just play it to... He's going to try and pot this, but he's going to screw back, or is he just going to roll up to it? Now, has he got the white where he wanted? It's a pretty good effort. He still can pot this, Ronnie.
Well, to be fair to Mark, he's left it as difficult as he could. This is no gimme.
Watch the cue ball. It'll be heading towards the red to the right of the black. And now the chance is there. I mean, that wasn't an easy pot that Ronnie took on, but what a shot Mark Selby played to get that white in that position. It really was a bit special. He took the calculated risk, and it worked. Ronnie missed that difficult cut. This was the shot where he tried to get the white down in that corner. And if he does get out of this, just 3 behind at 10-7,
7.
it's going to make it very interesting tomorrow.
Eight.
Not certain where the black will go when it's respotted, but you won't be bothered about that. You've still got definitely pink and blue to play on. You'd like it to go on the brown spot, in all honesty, because then it doesn't tie up the reds, and it would be there if you had to go to the balk end. So that's not a problem for
15.
Mark.
$60. $21. 22.
Mark made 4 century breaks in his semi-final against Neil Robertson. Unbelievable win for him, but his highest break is still 58. And as I say, if he gets out of it 10-7, he'll be more than pleased, you'd have to say. And he could come out fresh tomorrow, and it would be final on. He was 84% earlier. He's now up to 88% with his pot success rate. Wasn't straightforward to get nicely on a red, but should be okay. The one to the left goes, and it clears
28.
the path for the one that's just to the right of it. As you can see there, this one clears the path for the other.
29.
A little bit too pacey. You'd rather have been a little bit straighter on the blue. Then you've got more control of the cue ball. The angle he's got. You'd think he'd play the blue because I can't see. Well, if he played the black, he'd probably cannon into the yellow. The green's too straight. So the blue, and he'll have to just judge this nicely. No straightforward cannon to the 2 reds near the black spot because the pink's slightly in the way. All depends now what sort of potting angle he's got on
34.
either red to either corner pocket. He can play for the pink in the middle, so he doesn't have to play the pot with too much pace.
$35.
Not perfect on the pink, but this will be some positional shot. Look where he's hitting the cue ball. That's, has he got enough? A little flick would help here, and I think he got the flick.
41.
I think he's on the red. Ronnie, well, as Mark looks on, it must be very, very tight.
Yes, 48-point lead, and he can just get through to this red. We can clearly see that. Needs a colour and
42.
one more red.
And it'll have to be the pink because he's too straight on the blue. Well, as John said, just the one more
48.
red needed. left Ronnie a tempter when he screwed back into that bottom corner of the table, and Ronnie's cut into the pocket just hit it a little
55.
bit thick, and this is the result.
$56.
So I think he'll sleep fairly comfortably tonight, Mark Selby.
And his breaks are getting higher. It was 58. This is now his highest break of the match. So just signs, Dennis,
62.
that he's finding a bit better form.
Doesn't matter about that. Ronnie come forward to shake his hand. Mark Selby will be absolutely delighted. It looked as if Ronnie was going to walk away with the match, but he certainly hasn't. Mark Selby's right back in there, but he trails by 3 frames. It's 10-7 to Ronnie.